Hey, good morning, everybody. My name is Jesse with ROI Safety Services, and welcome to our weekly safety training. And this particular week, we're going to focus on the benefits of safety training, and more important, the benefits of on site safety training with a subscription service. I'm going to cover various services that ROI Safety provides and the benefits of them as a company, we definitely focus on a holistic approach when it comes to compliance. We understand that a small business, we you have limitations compared to the bigger companies that maybe you serve, like the Boeing's or the Northrop Grumman's or even the Tesla and the SpaceX, and you just don't have the resources, really the time to meet those requirements when it comes to OSHA, Coupa, SIRS, stormwater, and various other kinds of compliance needs that you may have. So what ROI has come to put together is a subscription service. And this service there's no contracts. We don't do contracts at ROI. We basically have agreements. If you want to work with ROI on a month to month, quarter to quarter, every or every 6 months, once a year, it really doesn't matter. It's really up to you and how your business is managed. But our services are, and again, our services are all, you pick and choose what you want. We have lots of clients that just do one service or multiple services or one day a month to one day a quarter. It really is up to you. But the benefit of all of this is what we're going to cover today. And I really want to get clear on the subscription service benefit. We're going to come to your site. We're going to be physically there, hopefully at least once a quarter. Even if you have 10 employees or less, I would say once a quarter at a minimum. If you have over 100 every month, those are just some real simple guidelines. And that's assuming you don't have a safety person on staff, which most of our clients don't. But the service it's a relationships that will help you establish a safety and compliance program, so you don't have to worry about it. You know that you're compliant. You know that if a stormwater inspector came in, or a city inspector, or even OSHA or the DTSC or EPA come in, you know that you're in compliant because we got you covered. And we'll tell you when we don't have you covered. I'll tell you the limitations of our services that you will choose. And hopefully, going over this list today, we can help you understand where you need to be. And it's definitely an ad hoc. We have ad hoc services. We have, a full, a very large, which we'll cover today, of different kinds of services that you may want to take advantage of all of them. So we do any new client that we sign up with our subscription, we want to do a gap analysis, and we're going to go into that in a minute or two. But on-site training, inspections, we'll help you with your citations. If you're calling us because of a citation, we can help you with that right away. And really, if you're in California and you are under a SIRS or a Coupa permit, we can assist you with that. Stormwater, putting together an emergency evacuation plan. That is one of the most important things as a small business you can do, but more often than not is neglected. And then a safety committee, accident investigation, and then I'll go into the peace of mind and what that means as an owner or a manager. So the gap analysis or a hazard assessment truly is the first step of, hey, where am I as a company? What do I need to do? This is a very comprehensive evaluation of your site. I come in with a checklist of almost 300 different categories, not categories, but questions with, I think, 20 different categories. And we will go over everything within the OSHA standard with local and state and federal requirements. So we do a very thorough job. We report to you immediately with any serious issues. Like, we will not leave your site until these issues get fixed or addressed immediately. And then we issue out a report that categorizes all of your gaps, and we issue a priority. And then we put this action item checklist together for you, where you can either work with us, which is what we hope to do to mitigate these issues that we find, or you can manage them on your own. And most of the time it's 50-50. We usually assist with our clients getting compliant with whatever we may find. And again, the most common thing that I find doing these analysis, and we just had one yesterday, and it was the same as most of our gap analysis goes. There's no safety manual. There's no HASCOM program. There's just a template that maybe the insurance company gave the client, and it doesn't even have their name in it. It just says your company. That doesn't work. There needs to be a site-specific safety manual, a site-specific HASCOM program, lockout, tagout program, and many, many more. And we will look at all of those. We will look at stormwater. We're going to look at all of your weaknesses, okay? And we come at it from an approach of where am I vulnerable? Where can I improve on, and where do I need to be? And so these regular on-site visits that we definitely want to encourage each company at a minimum do once a quarter, I think, is the sweet spot for most of our companies. We come out once a year, and the cost is very manageable. If we're out there one day per quarter, it's very manageable. It's not going to be that expensive. It probably will cost us, as little as $5,000 a year in some situations if we're out there once a quarter. And a typical on-site visit could be an inspection of your facility, one training class, and we'll get into what training we can provide while we're there. And we come to your site. We're going to physically be there. We're going to walk your production line. We're going to walk your warehouse. We're going to answer any questions you may have. We're going to look at if you had any recordable injuries, or if you have anything that you're just not really sure about. We will help you. So the benefit is huge, for as little as $5,000 a month. And all of our trainers have well over 10 years experience. They're all outreach OSHA trainers. That doesn't mean that we're OSHA. We are not OSHA. We are not affiliated with OSHA. We are a third-party consultant. So nothing that we do ever will go to OSHA. We are really clear on that. A lot of our clients we sign NDAs with, which 100% we are fine with. We don't share anything with OSHA or any third party outside of you, ROI Safety Services, and our client. Everything is very, very confidential. We create a training plan. It's site specific. We work around your site's timing. So if we have a client that works 24/7, and we're going to be there at 10 p.m. doing training. And then the next day, or I believe the next day, 5 a.m. And so we're going to be there to meet their specific needs. We work around you and your schedule. We do not want to interrupt production. We are not in the business of interrupting production. We want to make sure that you guys are making money, doing what you got to do to grow your business. My purpose for creating ROI Safety Services is just that, supporting small business so that you will not have to worry about safety training, accidents, third parties coming in and doing an inspection. We want to assist you with all that and give you that peace of mind. So OSHA citations, we've been getting a lot of OSHA citation lately with small business, mostly in the silica. So a lot of tile companies are getting hit right now from OSHA, and we can manage all of those. If you get a letter from OSHA, we just had a letter a few weeks ago from a construction site. Somebody complained, OSHA sends them a letter, and then we respond right away. Very rarely does it result in a site visit from OSHA, but sometimes it can. We manage citations, and we focus on prevention, but every now and then we get a client that does get a citation for various reasons. It's usually a phone call or a serious injury, but we can manage inspections, and then we liaison with OSHA during this process and manage that whole that whole process of managing these citations all the way down to the mitigation, negotiation of the fines, and then ultimately closing everything out or abating it. And so we assist you with that. But of course, our goal is to have no inspections or no citations. Now, managing the OSHA 300 log, this is something that we manage and assist HR department or whoever's managing your personnel injuries. We assist with tracking, reporting, and help determining what needs to be recorded and what doesn't need to be recorded. And then we definitely, this is a very, very underutilized service that people just don't even know about, and that's workers' compensation assistance. Everybody pays workers' comp. It doesn't matter what state you're in, you're going to be paying workers' compensation. Now, one of the benefits ROI can do is help with negotiating those fees, and we do that with a few clients, but not as much as we would like to, because these fees can be astronomical, and very, very often only the owner knows about these fees. So we want to make sure that we address and benefit each of you as best as we can. ROI Safety Services is return on investment. We want you to, at the end of the day, go, okay, this was a good investment for us. This benefited us, and hopefully you can get a really solid return on your investment. Now, this is for California only, and this is for CSRS and CUPA. Some states have reporting similar to this, and if you do have it, it's either a digital or maybe even a form that you fill out every year. But in California, it's a very, very detailed program. So if you're on a CSRS program, we can assist with your updating your hazardous materials business plan, training requirements that need to be done annually, inspection services, and even SPCC. So if you have oil at your site, we can assist you with filling out the SPCC forms if you're tier 1 or tier 2. If you want more info on that, just shoot me an email or call me. And then if you need RECRA training, so hazardous materials training, and this is all part of our subscription service. So like I said, some of this stuff may not even involve you. Some of it, yeah, I need this assistance, or I didn't even know about it. We get calls all the time about, I didn't know that I had to have an SPCC program. I didn't know that because I have over a certain amount of petroleum product, I need to apply for a permit. So these are the things that we look at, and we during the gap analysis we'll find. And one of the most common neglected requirements is the DOT. That is one of the most common areas that we see that's overlooked. And then we do stormwater management. During the gap analysis, hey, you need to get on a permit, or you don't need to get on a permit. So we'll look at that, and then if you do, we'll provide you with assistance on that. We do have a QISP services for level 1 and 2, and we also, this is one of the biggest areas that's neglected as well, is the emergency action planning, putting together a program that will save your employees, during an earthquake, a tornado, a power outage. So we'll look at all those processes that you may or may not have. And then your safety committee. Not everybody needs a safety committee. It's a good idea, but not everybody needs one, or there is really any requirement for that. It's just a really good idea, especially if you have over 50 employees. It's really good to manage safety through that committee. And then accident investigation. That is something that is often overlooked. Most of the time we're focusing on just getting the person back to work, but then there's information that we need to look at to prevent these injuries from ever happening again. So we can assist with that as well and give you good feedback. But the bottom line with all of this is peace of mind. Knowing that you're doing everything you're required to do within the law, and more important, giving your employees and you as an employer peace of mind that you don't have to worry about an inspection or something going terribly wrong that's going to put you in a really vulnerable spot. Like right now, anybody who's managing silica in the workplace is just getting nailed by OSHA right now. I have several clients that are getting huge citations, like $60,000, $70,000 fines because they didn't report that they have silica on site, for one, and then they're not doing a silica assessment. And it's terrible. And most of them are small business owners like you guys, and they just don't know. So I encourage you, if you know somebody that needs help, or if you need help, call us. It doesn't hurt to call us, and I'll be clear and honest with you about your situation. My purpose for this presentation is really to get down to the reality that everybody needs some kind of program, and the subscription service, I think, is the best way to go. For as little as $5,000 a year, and that's 4 visits per year, once per quarter. That's not a huge cost, and it will give you peace of mind and help you, hey, have some confidence in your programs. And we come out once a quarter, and we do, while we're there, if we find something, we're going to tell you, hey, you need to fix this, or hey, you need to report this, you need to do that. Denial or ignorance does not excuse you from these types of requirements. So I didn't know, it doesn't work. And unfortunately, I still have clients, when they call me up and they just got inspected by OSHA, they're very angry and very upset because they didn't know. And I tell them, I'm sorry, but you are required to know these OSHA standards if you want to run a business in the US. It's just that simple. So please don't rely on, oh, I'll take care of it later, next month, next year, whatever. I don't have the budget for it. I don't have the time for it. I'd hate to see you make time for it, and it will cost exponentially more money if you're in a reactive position. If you're proactive, like right now, hey, give me a call. Let's talk about your needs, and we'll make sure you guys feel good at the end of the conversation about what your path forward will be. I'm Jesse. I'm the owner of ROI Safety Services. God bless you, and have a wonderful weekend. And again, call me if you have any question. You can actually call my cell phone, 714-520